Well, g'day and thanks for joining. This CB500X has taken me on some epic trips, met some awesome people, and just had great times away. Really just used this bike for getting out and about and camping, and hitting some trails. Even done a ram rally with it, 2 ram rallies I think, and it was great. Didn't have to put it in a trailer to go to the ram rally. Just rode it there, rode back. This thing has just been absolutely fantastic. I've learned so much about riding, camping, learned a lot about myself with the adventures that I've gone on with this. But all that's going to come to an end. I've decided that it's time to, go for the next chapter of my adventure. But this thing has just been awesome. You'll see, put up some few pictures of the fun that I've had on this thing and the trips that I've been on. So I just thought I'd let you know where I got to with the CB, what I did to it. I initially bought it just before COVID started. It was actually funny. I bought it, I couldn't actually pick it up because I got COVID. So I had to have a mate come deliver it, push it into the garage, and it sat here for whatever time we had to isolate for until I got better. It was really frustrating. But it was completely stock, standard tyres. It was stock. Had about 8,000 Ks on it. It's a 2020 model. Since then, I've done a rear rack on there. Upgraded Avenger tyres, of course, 50/50s, the minus EO7 pluses. So I've put them on since 8,000. Maybe a little bit more actually, 8, maybe just under 10,000, and I've got 18,000 on the bike now. So there's over 8,000 Ks on these tyres, and there's still easily half the tread left on them. So I probably won't get another 8,000 out of it, obviously, but I reckon another easy 5,000. So that's pretty awesome. I reckon about 12,000 Ks out of a set of these Mitre CS7s. That's pretty cool. Bash plate, crash guards, Outback Motor Trek, awesome. Bark busters, just some fog lights at the front here, shorter screen, SW Motec bar risers, and the SRC Adventure foot grips on there, so you didn't slide off. And then the YSS suspension, so I've done the rear and the front suspension with the full kit, 1,000 odd bucks. And doing that completely changed the bike. It made it better. It's just simple as that. It just gave it so much grip. I was just surprised at how much grip the rear end got with that better suspension. You've probably seen other videos, maybe picked up a few different changes and things I've had. I used to have the Outback Motor Trek rear pennies as well, but I didn't like the shape of them, and they had these stupid mounts on the top of them that every time you swung your leg over, you hit your knee, and I'd be in tears. And then they just made the bike really wide at the back, so I didn't like it, so I changed it. You probably saw a video I did did one, I'll put a link to it here, for the Krieger bags, and that worked well. But I changed the bag setup. So that took my duffel bag on the back. Andy straps that down, made sure she wasn't going anywhere. And then I added the Rhino Walk 9 litres a side bags. Brilliant too, absolutely brilliant. They're cheaper, they do their job, and they stayed on. A little bit of movement, but I think any bag without any rack there is going to have that type of thing. And that setup worked great, and I got it on there a couple of times. But as you probably know, with the CB, there's usually 2 main constant kind of challenges that you have. And I think that's storage and how you get the storage on the back. And the other one's the screen, you know, with a bit of buffeting. I've ended up going with this WRS shorter screen, and it didn't like eliminate it, but it made it so much better. So I was really happy with that. So that's where I got to, and it was great. I did have a tank bag here, the OSHA, yeah, OSHA pack, and that's a brilliant bag. And yeah, so it's fantastic. It's been such a great bike, but I just think I'm ready for the next challenge, something different. I mean, I've only been riding for several years. Second bike. I think you'd probably all agree. I think this is what happens, right? You start with one, you get the next. I don't know. Maybe when I get a little bit older, I can convince the wife to let me have 2 bikes. But that's just I don't know. I think I might prefer my life, right, than coming home with a second bike. Yeah. So there you have it. Just a quick one, guys. I just want to let you know that I've had so much fun on this CB. I didn't even know, like, I put it up for sale, I watched it, see in the last video, I gave it a quick wash, and I kind of said, oh, I might put it up for sale. I put it up for sale, and there was a couple of times that I just walked out here in the garage, or, you know, fixing it up, you know, tidying up, cleaning up, just type of thing, and you just walk past and you kind of go, oh, I don't know if I want to. It's such a great bike. But made the decision. The first guy that came basically and had a look, realised, yeah, it's a great bike, took it for a ride, and away we go. Safety certificate done. I was done just this afternoon. All passed. Easy. It's such a brilliant bike. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see how she goes, so keep a lookout for her. If you're around here in Queensland and on the CB500 group on Facebook page, you'll probably see the next owner, probably completely rearranging it to suit whatever he wants to do on it. Right? This is how cool they are. You can do that. So thanks for joining in, and stay tuned, and I'll let you know what's next. I mean, of course, it's another bike. Kind of got 2 options at the moment. Want to go a little bit bigger, not too big, not Africa Twin big, but I'm not going new. That's a little secret gem there for you. I'm not going to go new. I think there's too much fun to be had on plenty of other bikes that are in the market at the moment that have been there for a while and have got great reputations. So step it up a bit with a bit more power, a bit more ground clearance, a bit more off-road capability, and I just can't wait to get into those adventures. I want to try new things. I want to try and do some solo camping. I know there's plenty of videos on there about it. I've never done it, so for me it's more of a personal challenge to actually get out there and do it. So yeah, so they're the plans kind of there. So I hope you stay tuned and see what happens, and I'll let you know when the new one arrives. Cheers.